Well, hello and happy Wednesday. It is Disney Night Live. It's 8 p.m. Eastern, and welcome to the show.
Hey.
Scott, I think you have to unmute yourself. Our friend Scott is here. Thank you. There he is. I've got Animal Kingdom Aaron and our friend Scott and Tinker Kim, of course, my wife. I'm NTD David. We are here to bring you Disney Night Live. Again, it is Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and man, do we have another exciting show for everyone. We hope you are excited to be here with us and comment in the chat. I'm just getting to the comments right now. Hope everyone's happy. Go ahead.
It is time for me to redo that intro soon. I gotta add Aaron. Aaron is there's no pictures of our Aaron. Our
come on.
We need. Oh, wait a second. I think. Wait, there he is.
Oh no, but he's got a new one of him and the bird, the red one, and Scarlet Macaw. Yeah, so we'll get it in there. Don't you worry, my Aaron.
There's Aaron with Morgan from the Disney Nerds and us, and here is Scott and his family when we were there. Just a couple short weeks ago at Magic Kingdom with the Tadapos. So I used to work with Scott a long time ago, and his family goes to Disney. We go to Disney, and this time our trips matched up, and we met up at Magic Kingdom, and it was fun. So
it was a great time. Great time.
It was, yeah.
And I miss working with you too. So that was,
yeah. Scott was always playing practical jokes on me.
Forget the jokes. I just miss working with you because, there's only so many good people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We got to meet Scott's family, and they were a blast. And we hung out. We watched Happily Ever After together. Went on some rides. It was good.
Some roller coasters, yeah. And Scott, I have to say, I was very impressed with the way that Scott got us through the crowd. That personality that his wife said he has. I thought David was, and I was, and his wife is. But when we were done with the fireworks, we had some passes to go on Big Thunder. And you guys know how crazy it is right after the fireworks. It's nuts. So at least we weren't going out of the park. We were going the other way, but it was still nuts. And we had the 7 of us weaving through the crowd. Scott was central. Just let's go. Turned around. Let's go. We got through it. We got over to Big Thunder. And the best part is that I'm going to tell you guys a secret. There's nothing better than getting stuck on the top of Big Thunder Mountain.
That was
awesome. My God, yeah.
It at night. Like we literally got to the top of Big Thunder. It went the very tippity top. And there we were, like to view the whole Magic Kingdom, right, Scott? That was nice.
I never thought that you could stop a roller coaster mid. Like I was wondering what's gonna hit us from behind.
Yeah, we're like mid right before the drop.
If we were gonna have enough oomph after we went back to do the things we have to do. I mean, it was only Big Thunder, so we didn't have to go like upside down or anything, but still, yeah. But then
normally you think like the roller coaster needs the force to keep moving you forward.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But it was beautiful.
Here we are, we stopped dead at the top.
Yeah, that was great.
And then we were like, okay, this isn't good. Like, how are we gonna get down? There were stairs. We noticed there were stairs right next to us, but still we didn't want to have to take the stairs. And we wanted to finish the roller coaster. I had the luxury of sitting next to Scott's daughter, Peyton, who I think took a liking to me.
Yes, she absolutely
did. Right?
She absolutely adored you.
She was like, she's like, who are you riding on this roller coaster with? And I'm like, I think she's like, I think you can. She was cute. And I love that. I just love that. So and then it did come back on like the nick of time, but it was kind of cool to be stuck up there at night. It was pretty.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Hello to everybody tuning in. Hi, Peter Andrews. Hello. Hello to people on Instagram over here on this screen, Instagram Live over here. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebooks, FaceTimes. It's just crazy. I'm doing jazz hands. I'm so excited for tonight.
Come on, Aaron.
Before we get into On topic, we have so many things to mention real fast. We cannot fail to mention our friends at D-Magic World. Let me tell you about yesterday, D-Magic World, because what do I do when I talk about DMagicWorld.com 24/7 streaming Disney music magic? They are a Disney music station streaming all the time. I tell you what I heard yesterday, Epcot Interventions.
That's David's.
Yeah, that's my jam. When that comes on, I just start like going nuts. So don't forget to check them out. They're DMagicWorld.com. Check on the click on the Now That's Disney tab up top there. It takes you to our Facebook group. And don't forget to request what you want to hear. You put in the request and they will play it for you. Somebody actually requested that Interventions music yesterday, and whoever did that, kudos to you. You were my new best friend. Next, this is one of those shameless plugs. Hello to Adam Wade. Our friend Adam is tuning in.
Hi, Adam.
I'm just going to let you know again real quick. I am a travel specialist with Travelmation. I am pretty new to all this, but I am off and running with booking, and I am here to help you plan your next magical Disney vacation. My services are free to you. The trip is not, but my services are. And I could definitely help you and your family plan your next trip to Disney. Disney World, Disneyland in California, as well as Adventures by Disney, Disney Cruise Line. I want to mention real fast again, Happy Limo, happylimo.com. We used Happy Limo on our recent trip to and from the airport, and they were amazing. And very also good. Our friends over at Vacation Grocery Delivery Florida.com. They delivered our groceries as well as our alcohol to our resort at Bay Lake Towers. And thank you very much. You guys are awesome as well. So that is my spiel. I'm done for the night. You guys can take over.
He's done.
I'm finished.
Scott, did anybody get sick coming home? Because last year, a day after we got home from Disney, our son got a ridiculous stomach virus that he was throwing up all night in the bathroom. And then we were all fine this trip until about 4 days later. And Thursday, the Disney virus hit me, and I was like, I had like this insane sinus infection. So if I sound a little bit nasally, guys, it's because I can't even.
Because she is nasally.
So what happened to me over the weekend? It was like crazy. I was so sick. So anyway, I'm better now, but
she's back and better than ever.
Peyton got sick. Peyton got sick the week before we left, and then I got a little bit like sinuses when I was down there, but I felt fine. And then Colleen got some sinus issues Sunday night driving home as we were driving home. And now Mackenzie, she just had sinus issues. So I don't know if it's the allergies or if it was a cold, but like you feel fine. You're just plugged.
Yeah, I didn't feel fine this weekend. I was really sick, like in bed, like really sick, but I'm better. So
it never fails. Someone gets sick before we go away or while we're away.
Yeah.
You always get sick when you come back. It's just like,
Peyton got the flu the last time we were in Disney a year ago. The Thursday, the last day, basically 2 days before we were leaving, she got the flu.
Right.
Check this out. This is one of Scott's photos of when we were stuck. Where is it? Load. Come on.
Where is the load?
Oh, wait a second. No, I gotta move it somewhere else. Hold on.
While he's looking for that, we're gonna be talking about
food. Yes, we're gonna talk about food because we're foodies.
F-O-O.
That's why we go to Disney, is for food.
Part of the reason.
There you go.
This is being stuck on top of Big Thunder Mountain at night. This is right at the drop, like right before the drop.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So it was really nice. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, except for Colton sitting next to me, going, "How long are we going to be stuck here for?"
Of course he was.
I don't operate the ride. You know, Aaron. You're like, Colton. Matter of fact. He was like, "How long is this?" I don't know, dude. I'm not the carny, you know.
T9 has a good idea. T9 says Start taking your airborne 2 weeks before you go and continue while you're there. Yeah, that's good.
Sorry,
I always feel like I'm being a teacher. I'm fine, you know, because I'm exposed to so much, like constantly, like kids literally sneeze on me. But there is no match. Even teacher germs are no match for Disney for 9 days, you know, because
there's people from all over the world there.
But I have to be honest, I think it's the plane more so than even Disney, because the plane is just that closed environment. And, you know, yeah.
This is my wife's company. And when I get on a plane, I break out the whole bottle and I wash down the seats, everything all around.
I can see it now, Scott.
It's the only reason why I don't get sick on a plane. Every time I flew on a plane, I was dying.
Yeah, but if you're sitting next to someone that's sick, like, you know, you only can hope that like the person, if they're sick, is going to be courteous and wear a mask. But they're most of the time they're not. And then it's like, you know, you know they're sick, and you're just like, oh shit, you know, great.
Well, hey, put the wipe over your, just put the wipe over your face.
That's when you pick up the Lysol and you're like,
breathe in some alcohol. Yeah. Where do we want to? Let me take a. Oh, what did I do? Here it is. I'm clicking all over the joint tonight. I loaded a bunch of photos so Kim took a lot of our photos and put them into Canva, and Scott shared some stuff, you know, dining there. And we actually, on this trip, we met Aaron in person for the first time. And also on Easter, right? We had dinner at Tiffin's, which that was your first time at Tiffin's.
It sure was. It was lovely.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it's a good place.
Very good.
We want to talk about, so we have a lot of material to go through. So let's do this in an organized manner. So why don't we?
So I just got corrected. Time out. Hold on.
Corrected. I'm just doing the thing.
I wasn't organized mannering.
In organized manner. So why don't we do?
I'm just gonna start clicking on pictures.
This is why you. This is why you had to follow us. This is why you had to follow Kim and I through the park. Just sit in the back and follow us.
I took a back seat on this trip.
It's like I go all day with first graders, and when I come back on a Wednesday night, and with you and Scott, it's like, you know, 2 6-year-olds with me.
Yeah.
So why don't we do? We will go back and forth, me and Scott, on our fooding reviews, unless we have a double over, and then we can talk about the same restaurant.
I don't think you do. Yeah,
but I think we should start.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Tiffin's. No, David, don't just start clicking crazy on stuff.
Right here. All right, let me find my Tiffin's photos.
Let's start with Tiffin's because it was Aaron's first time.
It was.
Aaron works at Animal Kingdom, and Aaron knows a lot of good food and whatnot. And see what he thought. We can talk about what we ate. Now, Scott, before we start on Tiffin's, have you ever eaten at Tiffin's?
No.
Okay. Oh. So before we start on Tiffin's, I want to say this. I see a lot of times on blogs that Tiffin's is sort of an underrated restaurant because a lot of people think, oh, it's African cuisine. It's going to be a lot of odd flavors that I don't like. I'm very picky. I want everyone to know that I'm very picky. I cook because I am picky. I like what I like. And don't be afraid to go to Tiffin's because you think there's going to be authentic flavors. There are, but trust me, you're going to like them. You're going to love them. You're really going to enjoy it. So, David?
You know what? I was actually wrong in my definition of what a tiffin is when we were there. So, this is at Tiffin's, and I believe that this canister, this 3-level canister, is a tiffin. But a tiffin is actually a South Asian English word for type of meal. It refers to a light breakfast or light tea time meal about 3 p.m. But there is also a tiffin box, so I am correct. I correct myself. I stand corrected on myself. This is a tiffin. So a tiffin is like this metal canister that's 3-leveled. And wait a second. No, wrong picture. Kim, don't yell at me. They're really small photos. So this is what a tiffin looks like.
We know that already. And
okay.
you schooled Aaron all about the Tiffins when we were there. Remember?
And then
you did.
What I also want to add that Kim didn't mention is Tiffins is like it pays homage to the folks that went to different places and did their homework and how Animal Kingdom was built. So as you're at Tiffins and you in the lobby area and you walk around, this is literally their artwork. Joe Rohde and company. This is their artwork, their sketches from when they were in their field trip in different places, different countries. So you can literally see like their art supplies.
Joe Rohde sketches.
And the other Imagineers, right?
For where they got the inspiration for all of Animal Kingdom, which I think is the most perfectly and beautifully themed park artistically going.
It is.
It is.
We agree. We all agree. And so I took some stock photos of our meals because for some reason, with all the photos we took, we don't have them. But this is the butter chicken that both Kim and Aaron had.
So good. I mean, so delicious.
It's good. Yeah.
It's so perfect. You guys, you have to go there and get the butter chicken.
Hey, Chris,
even if you're a seafood fan or a steak fan, it's so good. It's just, and they do the traditional airline chicken that Disney does a lot. That's and airline chicken is like, it's hard to explain, but it's like a nice piece of breast connected to a little bone with like a little drumstick kind of connected to it. And it doesn't seem like a lot when they give it to you. The first few times I was like, oh, I'm going to be starving. But it's not. It's a lot of white meat, right? Right, Aaron? It was a lot. Yeah. And
it was
like
very fulfilling.
That picture that David showed didn't look like a lot. And they had this croquette thing, but that's not a potato. Remember, Aaron? We were like, what is this? It was chickpeas.
Right.
Yeah.
There.
Kim, do you know where it gets the airline? Do you guys know where airline chicken gets its name from?
No. I think from back in the day when airlines served fancy meals. That's the kind of chicken that they served.
No, it's actually how they get the chicken to the place it's going to be cooked and prepared. They fly it on an airline.
No,
airline chicken.
No, it's not.
All right.
Back in the day.
Here is my veal dish.
That was also very good.
It was very good.
I just saw that. That's the cardamom spiced veal.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you see my head turning, it's because I have the menu up on my other computer.
Yeah.
So I don't do this. And I'm like, wouldn't even have thought to go to this place.
It's insane. And it was the most tender veal I've ever had in my life, and not prepared like typical veal. It was like cutting into butter. Aaron tried some of mine.
It did. It was very good.
Right. Yeah. Chris actually says, I got that one. Yeah. Scott, if you like different flavors,
veal's one of my favorite dishes. And just looking at this, and Collins too, I'm sure. Yeah.
And I want to say that the flavors, the ethnic flavors, they're not smothered. None of the dishes are smothered,
like overdone, right?
So, like with the butter chicken, you could see that it was chicken on the bone, kind of like they do it at a lot of different restaurants in Disney. And then the butter chicken signature sauce it's sort of drizzled on the side. So
Chris Ackley, this is Tiffins.
But there's nothing that's gonna offend you. Trust me. Like even if you feel like, oh no, I'm picky, I just have to have American. Try Tiffins. It is a beautiful restaurant. And I think that they are one of the most underrated restaurants. I mean, I almost want to keep it that way because I love it so much. But even their
Did you guys go for dinner or for lunch?
We did
dinner. Easter dinner,
Easter dinner, yeah.
It was after I got off work.
Yeah, and
what time's the park? The park usually closes at 8 o'clock, right?
The park closed at 8. I think our reservation was 5:10ish.
Something like that.
Depends on what time of year. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 8.
Yeah, but you know what? If you've got a dining reservation, they won't kick you out. Like you finish and stuff, and then walk out of the park even after the park's closed. But I can't remember what.
The bread service. Show the bread service there.
We don't have a photo of the bread service.
David, I sent you a thing of all 4 pictures in one.
Oh, I don't have the Tiffins one. I never got it. That's why I loaded these stock issues. You can send it to me now and I'll load it real quick.
All right. So I highly recommend, and I think Aaron will too. We also got the little appetizer bread service, which isn't a lot and it's not heavy. And it's like three there. No, that's not it. It's 3 layers of a couple different kinds. All right, David, it's all right. A couple different kinds of breads, like a flat bread. There was like, Aaron, what was that one? That like this
the really thin one that was like a chip kind of?
That one, but then no, that other one that you liked a lot that you knew of, like that like buttery.
Oh, pão de queijo, cheese bread. It's Brazilian cheese.
Yeah, Brazilian cheese bread, right?
Cheese bread. And then there's a couple different dips, and they were all good. We liked them all. We favored one or two more than another one, but it was so fun. The flavors were just exciting and invigorating and different. And we just, I mean, if you like sauna bread service, Tiffin's has a lot to offer in that area. But just beautiful restaurant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And Aaron also had the Kungaloosh beer, which is, only served at several locations. And I think I kind of talked him into it, but
you did. And it was very good.
It was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like a spiced beer.
It is a spice beer, and it's not heavy. Yeah. It's not very like fall spice. It's just spiced nicely, and it's still not too heavy and still refreshing.
Yeah,
it's great to be paired with a meal. It's very good.
Right. No, Kim, I don't have the Tiffin's. I'm sorry, I don't see it here.
That's okay, honey. That's I just did all that work, for nothing. But
I'm afraid to come upstairs after the show.
I was going to say you will see her later. About 45 minutes you're gonna see her, so you might want to just
it's fine.
He's gonna lock himself in the basement.
Sleep with one eye open, bro.
Also, just so you know, like when I'm clicking on these photos to the right of like the screen where the pictures are, the photos are like really small, so it's hard to see what is what. But
do your best, honey. Just do your best. We forgive you.
I'm trying, Kim. Scott, do you want me to start off with the Morimoto? Or do you want me to start off with?
Yeah, that's fine. That was our first day. So Saturday when we arrived there, and checked in to Saratoga Springs, that was our first restaurant for the trip, Morimoto's. That's the certificate. So, everybody always talks about the Wagyu beef that they have there. So it's $30 an ounce or $33 an ounce, something like that. You have to buy a minimum of 3 ounces.
And like,
so I mean, you got to do it once. We did it. We can say we did it. We got this beautiful certificate that says we got robbed, and
Morimoto Asia. Hold on, Morimoto Asia. That's in Disney Springs, right?
Correct. Right.
And I've heard people talk big time things about this place.
So I heard it's very good.
What are you talking about?
Phenomenal.
What is the certificate with it? So
Kim, Wagyu. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, Wagyu. This Japanese beef, how it's raised, each piece of meat, whatever, comes with a certificate of authenticity to show that this is real. That beef, as you can see, all the marbleization in that picture, that's what makes the meat so tender. And then that stone that's behind it that has that blue flame, that's how they cook it on top of that stone.
Wow.
Yeah, Wagyu is expensive.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, in all fairness, it was probably the best meat we've eaten. Not for the hype, but it was really good. And
okay,
like that's like my daughter. She dipped it in the soy sauce, and I wanted to die. I'm like, you don't need to put anything on that. Like, you're killing the flavor of the meat. It's raised specifically to just cook it rare, medium rare. We like meat rare, and it just melted in your mouth. It's not, I mean, it just like falls apart.
Okay. So it really did stand to the hype of what it's. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's really, really good. Now, obviously, you can get Wagyu or Wagyu here for a lot less, and it's going to be the same. Pretty much it'll be the same. I think Disney just, because it's Disney, they add a little bit extra onto it. Right. But it was well worth it. We've never had it before, so I would recommend it highly. If you go to Marimoto's, everything we ate there was fantastic, and the fried rice was probably the best fried rice we've ever had.
Okay.
Jimmy from Disney Nerds, what's up, man?
Hey, Jimmy Horn.
I missed that comment.
He said, "So you paid them to cook your own food?"
Pretty much. You did. It cost me $100 for them to cook me my own food. Yep.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Aaron, have you eaten there?
Not inside. I've gotten the quick service, but I didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of vlogs on it.
So it would be a waste because I would be like, burn it, and I would waste that kind of, so, just not it. Yeah.
Aaron, so the quick service you didn't like, but
I didn't, and I think I didn't really like it because I was spending it it's still pretty pricey for like small portions of their food. When I think if you're gonna go there, you might as well just go inside like you did and have sit down dining where you are paying a good dollar, but you're also getting a good meal, versus a quick service version of it. It's
for the four of us, it was like $360 with tips. With tip, and we had 2 drinks. Colleen and I both each had a drink. Other than that, we were drinking either water or seltzer.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a pricey night.
Right. Yeah, but the Wagyu is something like an add-on, right?
So that's one thing that I quickly just wanted to touch on tonight was that a lot of times when we go to Disney, a lot of our friends like to tease me because they want to know what reservations Kim canceled.
Give me a second, I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Yeah, I will. So David makes reservations because you have to make reservations, right? And that's why and then, a lot of times, sometimes I change things around because the trip is changing. Maybe that we're somewhere and we're like, I don't really want to leave here or whatever. And we feel like a different kind of food. But we did have reservations for 2 places big that I did change reservations for, and I will explain why. And it was both for price point. And when we're on vacation in Disney, we like to eat good, and but we also like to eat what we want. One was what is it called, guys? Space
220.
Yeah. So I had no idea. I think maybe I talked about this last week. I don't remember, but we had reservations for Space 220. I really wasn't thrilled with the menu at all. There wasn't a lot on there that appealed to me or Colton. And but I was like, all right, let's still go. And I figured I'd get a salad. So we're sitting there eating in Seasons, talking to John Panda, and he's like, Kim, it's 3:00. Why are you eating when you're going to prepaid? I didn't know it was prepaid.
I was just about to say that. That's the thing with a lot of these restaurants.
Right? Yeah. Well, but they weren't though, Scott. That's the thing that kind of annoys me. So Space 220, I guess, always was. So I was like, whoa, hold on. So I went online and I looked and I'm like, we're paying $70 a person or something for this. And I don't even want to eat. I just wanted to get like a salad or soup and experience it. So I did cancel that. I do want to experience it one time. I would just like to go up for a drink or something, but I'm not going to pay that for the 3 of us with tip and everything would be $300.
Yeah.
The second one we canceled was our favorite California Grill, sadly, because Scott actually told us this halfway through the trip. We always book California Grill. Last year, I think
my favorite restaurant.
Cali Grill, right?
Disney property.
Me too.
Beautiful ambiance, worth the money, but we don't always need. All 3 of us don't need an app, a dinner, and a dessert. It's a lot of food for me or Colton and David. Sometimes not, but and they used to just
thank you, Cindy.
The regular menu. And it was $90 a person. So when I calculated it, I was like, David, it's going to cost us $270 for the 3 of us, plus our drinks. So you got to add on Like
Colton drinks a lot.
$3.20. And this is for Colton to probably get like chicken nuggets off of that $90. And then tip, it would be like a $400 meal for the three of us. So we canceled and we went, and that night we went for a second time to the Grand Floridian Cafe, spent about $120.
Tell you something, little hidden gem over there.
Listen,
that's like the Turf Club, hidden gem.
You can get in, great prices, nice menu, easy to get in, easy to get out, very good food. Yeah, the little hidden gems. So we ate there 2 nights in a row, and we'll show their food in a little bit. But yeah, that's why I changed those reservations. And Scott, thank God you said that to me, because I forgot to be fixed, and when I looked at it, I was like,
"Yeah, California Grill."
Going shopping now. I'm gonna get myself a new tumbler, a new sweatshirt. I just saved.
Kim, you spent $270 on flip flops before the trip.
I said I got all this money to save from not doing
California Grill for the when Disney did the 50th anniversary.
Right.
That's when they did that price fixed menu. Yeah. They did the prefixed menu.
Yeah.
And Colleen and I, we had it booked for when we were going there for the anniversary, and didn't realize that it went to price fix, and we did the same thing. We looked, and then I went to look at the menu, a couple weeks in advance, even though I booked it already, and I was like, oh, I'm not paying that. I was like, Colleen and I usually split like an appetizer. We'll share an appetizer. We'll split an entree, and the kids will split an entree because we don't eat like we used to. I mean, I don't eat a whole pizza anymore like I used to, or a pound of pasta.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, it's definitely, and the food is the like the rolls and everything that their menu was so big for their sushi and everything, and now everything was scaled back.
Yes, it was. And we did the 50th thing, prefix menu, and it was amazing. It was a wonderful night, and we loved it. And that was one time. And then I thought that they went back to the way they used to be. And I'm like, oh, great. They didn't. And that's a little disappointing because we loved it, but we'll go back again another time. But so why don't we go from here?
Jimmy.
Do you have the Grand Floridian Cafe pics?
That I do have. If I click on the wrong one, I apologize. The photos are small. Hold on. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. There it is.
All right. So you guys, Grand Flow Cafe, decent prices, kind of easy to get into. I mean, not crazy. You need reservations, but not like one of the top, places. On the top right-hand picture, that is their fried chicken. This does not look like a lot. Underneath that chicken was like 4 inches long, and it was thin. And underneath it was a whole nother piece. So this was enough, Scott, for like 2.5 people. I'm not kidding. It was that much like it. And then underneath that was mashed potatoes. I'm going to tell everybody a trick right now. John Scary told me this trick, Big Fat Panda. Make sure you say, put the sauce on the side. The chicken is so good. It is so good. It's crispy. It's tender. It's juicy. But you don't want that sauce drizzling all over the top of it. Yeah. It's kind of like a vinaigrette, and you don't really need it. Burger there. Great burger. Amazing. Nice burger. David had salmon one night. That was really good.
The first night I had salmon, it was actually really good. I'm always like skeptical about salmon. I said, let me try it. And I don't think there's a bad thing on their menu at all.
And the right-hand side is the shrimp scampi, but
shrimp cocktail, right?
Shrimp cocktail, yeah. But their shrimp cocktail is wonderful. But what's not pictured is they have this salad, and the salad is like this big, and it's got like apples and pears and gorgonzola and candied walnuts. Oh my God, it's so good, especially when you're in Disney and you're missing like greens and vegetables like from home. I just always feel like I'm not eating as many vegetables and things like I do at home when I'm in Disney. And that salad is enough for 3 people. It's just great. So
it also gives us an opportunity to go to Grand Floridian Resort, which is just a beautiful place. And Kim and Colton love the Basin store, the soap. I mean, Colton loves those things. So, you know, we spend like a half hour in there, and it's just a great place to walk around. So Grand Flow Cafe is in the back by 1900 Park Fair and the DVC desk before you go out to the back sitting area. You're not going to have a bad thing on the menu. You really won't.
We had the same server 2 nights in a row. She was wonderful.
She was awesome. Yeah.
It's just a great, it's a good, really good restaurant. A lot of people don't like think about it. And you're right there at the Grand Flow. So you're on the monorail loop.
Right.
You know, if you want to go wherever you have to go after that, it's easy to get to.
Oh, and Colton forgot his magic band there, and they sent it to the desk, and they called us, and we got his magic band later that night. So thank you very much, Grand Floridian people. The second time we ate there, we ate with our friend Adam Waite, who is a cast member over at Caribbean Beach Resort, and is an awesome person. And we always meet up with him on our trips as well. So, yeah.
So, any questions? Anybody? Give the Grand Floridian Cafe a try, guys. If you never,
serious. Do you have a reservation? Do you have to have a reservation? You know what? We made one, Lily, but I'm pretty sure you won't wait long doing a walk.
I don't know about that, David. You do need to get a reservation, Lily, but it was easy to get one. Like I canceled that morning for California Grill. I'm just being honest. And you do need a reservation, but I was able to Lily to get a reservation that night for Grand Flow. So
I wouldn't go anywhere without having a reservation anyway, because that Disney is just so high paced or so fast paced that you don't have a reservation, and you all of a sudden now jump over there and you get there, they have nothing. Now you're like, oh man.
Yeah, I know.
So I wouldn't go anywhere without a reservation. But the food looks amazing, and I love Colleen and I both love salmon. We love salmon, so
it was good. And I don't typically order that
Colton
on the menu.
The burger. The burger was really good, and
What did I have my second night there, Kim?
The burger.
I did get the burger.
How much you got the burger this night?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was really good.
And they have we got 2 nights in a row. We also got French onion soup was great. It's a large menu. There's enough on it for everyone. There's pasta. I got pasta. Adam got pasta with shrimp. I got pasta with chicken. That was very good.
Yeah, they got good drinks on the menu.
Yeah. Easy. And like we said, you can kind of flute around the Grand Floridian, and then
I'm going to post a question in the group too, by the way, because I feel I'm going to preface this with, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I absolutely love the Grand Floridian Cafe. I don't belong there, and I don't know if anyone feels this way, but like when we went there for dinner and stuff, people are super dressed up. And when you're on the monorail, you know who's getting off at Grand Floridian Cafe and coming on from there. They are super dressed up. Grand Floridian Resort. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to wear a button-up shirt and ironed shorts and like boat shoes when I'm on vacation or ever. I never want to wear that. It's just not my style.
Some people might want
to. But some people might. But do people also vacation there that don't dress like that? Like, I'm a shorts and a t-shirt kind of guy. So I want to stay there, but I don't want to feel like I'm underdressed the whole time.
I definitely feel like I've seen people that are underdressed. I also have gone working there, and I look like a hot mess as a bird trainer.
Right.
So
okay.
Colleen and I used to go over there when we would go for Christmas. One of our favorite things to do was to go look at the gingerbread houses at all the different resorts. And we would go over there, and I know what you're saying, Dave. Like, we walk in, and people, it's like the needle on the record. Everybody's staring at you, and you're like,
I just stole something.
But there were a lot of people also that were not dressed, and that was one of the things. Like Colleen was saying at some of the restaurants we were going to eat at, she's like, we have to dress up. I'm like, no, it's Disney. Like, they expect you to be in t-shirts and shorts and flip-flops or whatever. That, like, it doesn't matter. There's no dress code, I don't think, at any restaurant for Disney. Yeah,
and there's but
there is.
30, Club 33?
Victoria and Alberts has a dress code.
Victoria and Alberts, Club 33. There is, I think, another restaurant, possibly that also has one. It's a good question for a future topic. But I mean, you know, like one night we were there, there was a wedding there, you know, and people are super dressed up, obviously, for the wedding, but then there's a lot of parties going on there. But
and ladies and gentlemen, if you like bath stuff,
right,
make sure that if you do go to the Grand Floridian Cafe, on the first level in the Grand Floridian Resort is a store called Basin, and they have they have the nicest stuff like to bring home. It's, to me, that store has the nicest things to bring home to people. Like I brought my mom home this body butter. They have these Mickey like soap bars, but they have like Mickey shapes inside of them. My son asked for a natural sponge and soap. He likes stuff like
Colton's really into self-care.
Yeah.
What's body butter?
Body
butter? It's just a type. It's just another.
Kim's mom's into some weird stuff, all right?
No,
I've never heard of that.
Colton's in there like his gawky 15-year-old goes, Mom, what is this? It smells good. But what's body butter? And it's just like
you can eat it.
Lotion. Lotion, Scott. That's like very, very thick, like for like very dry skin.
I do have to say,
scrape it off from people.
What?
The Basin at Disney Springs is better than the Basin at G-Flow.
Yeah, there's two, right? So yeah,
I'm sure it is, but we didn't go to Disney Springs.
I know y'all don't go to Disney Springs.
Yeah,
you do not frequent there on your visits.
I want to stay at Grand Floridian. I really love spending time there. I think the restaurants and like it's really pretty there. Listen, I'm on vacation and I'm half in the back almost the whole time I'm at Disney, right? So I don't want to not.
As you should be.
As I should be. Listen, Morgan from Disney Nerds spent some time with us at Animal Kingdom. I stop for a beer like every 20 minutes, you know? Like, it's just what I do. But
the funniest was a couple years ago, we went to the Grand Floridian and David still had his pineapple
on the monorail
from the Polynesian. So we're such Polynesian people. And like,
I got it on the monorail.
Our vibe. And David's on the monorail and gets off and he walks into the Grand Flow, you know, with his pineapple drink and his lane. I
don't know if Kim even knows this, but I was buzzing and Kim was with Colton, maybe in the Basin store. And I'm walking down the stairs over by the elevator, the big flight of stairs. And I tripped and I almost went all the way down the stairs with my pineapple drink. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die at Grand Floridian. But yeah, so I'm on vacation. Yeah, listen, I want to stay there though.
It's so pretty there. I really enjoyed looking around and like, it was gorgeous. I mean, it's a beautiful resort.
Yeah.
Scott, where's this pizza? Why is this? Hey, there it is. Where's this pizza from, Scott?
That is from the Via Napolia Ristorante.
Oh, okay.
Via Napoli
in Epcot. So that is that. What's it called, Aaron?
Via Napoli.
Via Napoli. Yeah, Via Napoli.
Not Italian.
It's actually much easier to say.
Yeah,
listen, you would think he's Italian. He put some extra vowels in there. You know.
Yeah. So
is this margarita?
No, that's just a regular. Well, yeah, it's a margarita, but it's like their cheese pizza. That's it.
Right.
Phenomenal.
Did you like it? Because your jersey.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, their pizza's good.
Colleen was afraid that we were ordering too much food, and I said, because we saw this sheet come out on the table next to us because it's the large pie, and they said, actually, sorry, let me rephrase it. She didn't think it was going to be enough because on the menu it says it only feeds 3 to 4, and we got an appetizer, and then we got this. It's plenty. That thing was so big. It was like I think each of us got like 3 slices each. Yeah. Or 2 slices each, whatever it was. But the slices were big. It was really, really good. I recommend that. I recommend that place. And we didn't have a reservation. We just we walked over that way. The girls were making us nuts. They wanted just to eat. And they were getting hangry.
Yeah,
they were getting hangry. So they walked over there. And it was right before on Wednesday with that rain.
Oh yeah.
So around it was like 2:00.
Hey, Tony.
And so walked in. They said, "Yep, give us 20 minutes." And literally 15, 20 minutes, table, brought us right in, and sat down, ordered food. We were out of there by 3, ran to our car to beat the rain, went back to Saratoga's, went to sleep, and then came back to Epcot for the Rose and Crown firework package that we had.
Nice. And this is the menu. Yeah. So this is another thing. Last year we ate there, and they really limited their menu, though. Like, so there's still good choices on there, but we really like some of the other things. Yeah. But I want to bring some of the other stuff back.
They got rid of a bunch of things on a lot of different menus since
the Coronation Cheese Board or whatever it was called.
So, put more things on the menu, right?
It was a very expensive. That was a very expensive, package for 4 people. It was like $400. I think it was $369 for everything for the 4 of us. That includes the tip. Yeah. But I misread the description of what you're supposed to get, and I thought alcohol was included. And alcohol is included, but it's just beer and wine. Oh, I don't drink beer. I drink vodka. And you got to, I said to the guy, I was like, can I get a vodka? And he's like, no, it's just beer and wine. I said, so I could sit here and just keep ordering Guinness. Don't matter. And I'll just stack them all up in front, and I won't touch one. I'll just lay them here, and I'll just keep ordering them. I said, if you just give me the vodka,
you can just give one vodka.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make your night easy.
I don't drink a lot. Like, you give me one of these, and I'm good. Yeah. And he's like, can't do it. I'm like, well. So that was mate. That was kind of. So I got a Guinness, and I did drink it. Which it wasn't bad, but I'm not a beer guy.
Yeah, it's the best beer. Yeah, I mean, that's funny.
Just if you're not a beer guy, or I could have drank wine, but
you could have called me. I would have came to Epcot, and you'd hand me the Guinness over the little ledge there, and I'm just pounding the Guinness.
That's how you do it.
That's how you roll. Yeah, because that's my favorite beer.
But if you've never done the firework package that was probably the best location.
It's a nice spot.
And it started to rain, so we were covered.
Yeah.
And nice. And we're watching a fireworks show, and it was nice. It was definitely worth the money. If you drink beer and wine,
hi Ruth,
and you like fish and chips, the fish and chips is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's banging.
Yeah.
Scott, I'm gonna break your heart right now.
Oh God.
So last year,
you're fired.
We ate at last year. We ate at Rose and Crown late one night.
Uh-huh. It was spur of the moment.
Spur of the moment. You're right, and that party was going on, and the show was getting ready to start, and the people that booked it never showed. So the waiter was like, you can sit there. So
yeah. We had an amazing spot.
Did you tell us? I don't remember if you told us that at the
farm. We got the whole scene. I mean, we still paid for our dinner and everything like that. Like, we didn't get the free drinks and stuff. But
I mean, he even moved our table to a much better location and rolled. They roll up the because it was cold that night there. But this was not the new show. Last year it was the show in between. The taco barges and the sad depressing show they have now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The fireworks show was decent, but I think the one before, like the last show they had, was really good.
Yeah, the music now is there's a lot of very sad, serious parts to this soundtrack, and they talk about death and stuff. So.
Everybody dies in Disney movies, so it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, I don't want to get all down. I've been drinking all day. Don't make me cry. I did actually tear up. So our last full day there, we were at Epcot, and we were in the new area by the Walt statue, and they have the really sad music going on in the background. I looked at Kim. I was like, I think I'm tearing up. It's our last day. She's like, I know, it's very emotional.
That's why I spent Colleen and I spend a lot of time at the tequila bar in the Mexican Pavilion.
La Cava Tequila.
Did you guys know? So the tequila bar inside the pavilion, they used to have a drink. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like there was a ton of alcohol in it. And I guess Disney, they do surveys. So like people that are like walking, and Aaron, you may know this better since you're a cast member. They were saying like, if people get so drunk and they fall down or whatever, they're out of control, they get thrown out, or there's like a survey, or they ask them questions of like what they were drinking. And this drink kept coming up that the bartender said they had to stop selling it. It was
my God.
It was like one of the best drinks there. You're only going to have one, but I guess everybody
What was it?
It was a
we'll have to look that up.
Margarita. It was like the top margarita. It was like $40 for this one margarita.
Okay.
And they can't sell it anymore. They haven't been able to sell it.
I mean, I did not know that, but I also believe it. If they can get it out of you to be like, what did you drink? And they do, you know, Disney always does surveys. They do surveys on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We get surveys every time we go. Kim, my phone is going out.
Looking for everything. And it's probably, that is something like.
You walk out of Hollywood Studios, you get an email as soon as your night's over. You get an email. How was your time at Hollywood Studios? Take the survey. It's like,
Well, Colton got in trouble in the Cava bar because he was like dying of thirst. He's like, I just need a water, and I think we were with John, and we were we were trying to go on Tres Caballeros, and so I was like, all right, Colton, I'm gonna go into the Cava bar and get you a drink. So I walk in, and it's like crazy packed, you know.
Of course,
everybody's trying to get a drink at the bar. So I knew the bartender was gonna be so annoyed with me just asking for a water. So I'm at the bar, and I'm like, he finally gets my attention. I'm like, can I please just have a water for my son? So he's like, yeah. So he pours me a glass of water for Colton. I hand it to Colton. I'm talking to the bartender because I was like, maybe I'll order something. Didn't have a chance to order. I looked to
You're
my
that
right.
person. She's that person. I'm just getting water.
Just a water.
I was like,
and she's like, hey, by the way, can I get a margarita?
But I never got one.
The line.
I never got one because I turned to my right and I look at Colton. He's down at the end of the bar by the little what are they called?
Accoutrements?
That the bartenders and the waiters put in the cocktails. And I see Colton grab this like stick that looked like a pretzel, right? And he's staring at it, or like chocolate, and he's looking at it and he couldn't help it, and he just grabbed it, picked it up, thought it was free, and dunks it in his freaking water. And I'm like, Colton, what is that? And then I see the waiter going, no. And I'm like, I have no idea what it was, but it was like this stick covered in like tamarind, brown, like
tamarindo, like.
And then now it was too late to ask for another water for my son because I already
the water's turning brownish red.
Yeah, so I'm like, Colton, we're gonna go. I'm like, you ruined it. You get no water now.
No water.
Water for
dehydrated. You.
Yeah, and like, so I come out and I'm like, I'm showing David and John, and I'm like, I have no idea what this stick of brown gook is. I'm like, smelling it, you know. And Colton was like, why did I do that? I'm like, I don't know why you did that.
Colton's generally not like that, but if he sees something that looks like food, he's grabbing it.
He was just like a kid in a candy store, and he just like thought like, ooh, free, and just grabbed it and dumped it in his drink. And I'm like,
free pretzels. No, it's not that kind of bar.
I think it was tamarind.
It was probably tamarindo,
Tamarindo.
Tamarindo.
Come on, Kim.
No, he went from Italian to Spanish.
Yeah. Quickly.
Although I am I'm not Italian.
I'm not Italian either. I'm more Spanish. I'm with Aaron. David's Italian. I'm not. Hey, I went to school in Spain and stuff, so I know tamarindo. I know how to
tamarindo.
Tamarindo.
Let me see. What is this? Go ahead, Scott.
Terrible.
Yeah. I'm going to say the same. So we had on our first full day, we ate at Steakhouse 71 with our friends Donnie and Marie from Donnie and Marie on the Go, and Don's also a co-host here on Disney Night Live. But
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is that half those photos? Is that how that was plated? Like that was not eaten. Sorry, that was terrible English.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how the bottom right is the what they call the steak and eggs. It's pork belly, grits, and an egg, which is absolutely delicious. That's the only thing that I could say that they make consistently well. But yes.
Well, hold on. We have had very good meals there. However, this trip, it's a half and half. So, David, show that picture again, please.
Okay, hold on.
So, present the photo?
Yeah. So, David's bottom right, the steak and eggs. What is that called, David? The belly, the pork belly?
Yeah, it's the belly of the pork.
David loves that. It was really good.
That was ordered after I ordered my meal, and I was in the bank that night. That was the drunkest I was on this trip, and I was like, I felt like a college kid. I'm like, I'm gonna need more food. Can I have the pork belly?
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me.
He actually ordered that pork belly after he ordered dinner, and we had the crab cake appetizer. It was like,
and I ate it before my meal even
want
showed
the pork belly. And then the waitress goes, "Oh, get it," and he's like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Oh, all right."
Well, she was like, "Cha-ching, tip."
Yeah, too much
alcohol. I'm like, really, you didn't need that, like pork belly, but the drink on the left-hand side.
Hey, Ryan.
And the crab cakes were good, but my filet mignon that night was not good at all. It was mediocre.
I was not happy with. I mean, we got a steak. I got a strip steak. Mackenzie got filet mignon. I think Colleen got filet mignon as well. I don't remember what Peyton got, but she got there was like the mac and cheese with it. The mac and cheese was pretty good.
It's all right. I mean, it's mac and cheese. Is it?
But
I had that.
It's done a little bit better than normal. But
my filet was fatty and grizzly. I was upset. Yeah.
It was definitely not worth the money. It was not worth the money that we paid.
Coach Mark, what's up? Our friends Don and Marie each got a dessert. We did not get desserts, but neither of them liked the desserts, and they looked gross. We didn't try them. They didn't even look good. So Don is saying the prime rib is good.
We're really bad. I'm sorry to say that. But Marie got some kind of violet cheesecake. It was like this tube purple.
It did.
And Don got some kind of pudding that they both of them really, really disliked. So a little disappointing.
Who just put the prime rib was good?
Our friend Don. Yeah,
Don, because it's a coach coming up on Facebook user as me on mine. But so I was gonna get the prime rib, and I was watching the guy next to me fighting this piece of meat.
Yeah,
like trying to cut it. So I was glad I didn't get it, but if he said it was good, I mean, like any restaurant you go to, you can have a good night, you can have a bad night. You never know what's going to happen. And I never, like, if we have a bad meal at a restaurant, it's not like, oh, we're never going back there. We will always try it again. If we get it twice, 2 times in a row, we out.
So I had the prime rib too that night, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the first night there. It wasn't like prime rib should be a nice big cut. And it's got that taste on the outside and really juicy. Like, to me, it didn't do that this time. It was actually thin. It didn't even look like a good piece of prime rib, but you know what I mean? I think like you can get a different cut than another person at the same table, because if they run out or whatever, they're cutting different pieces of meat or whatever, you know?
I would have to say, our family favorite meal was probably the 2 restaurants were the Brown Derby and St. Angel's in Mexico. So I don't have.
Oh God, here's Brown Derby.
So Scott, I can confer with that as far as Brown Derby. St. Angel, I'm gonna have to give a second try too, because
we haven't eaten there in a while.
But Brown Derby, every year it's one of my most favorites. The chicken there, again, that's airline chicken. That dish on the bottom right looks gross in the picture. It was so good. That chicken had like apple cider sauce on it, and it came with pumpkin dumplings. Yep. That was so savory and so good. David got the.
I had a. Yeah, it was like a Mediterranean dish, and I got to be honest, it wasn't that good.
David never likes Brown Derby, Scott.
No, I only eat there because of you and the grapefruit cake. I'm going with
Scott and his family then, because
I would say so. We always I get the filet. I get the filet with the risotto. It's so good. That. Yeah. Peyton gets the filet. We all get it, but the people next to us got the chicken, and the daughter and the son were like, "This is phenomenal." Yeah, and they were like, and they were like, but they were saying like,
I get the chicken.
Doesn't taste like chicken. They were saying like they were trying to get their dad and mom to take. They're like, it doesn't taste like chicken. It's so good, but it doesn't taste like chicken. I'm like listening to this conversation going on next to us at the table.
It tastes like chicken, but
I'm like,
it's good chicken.
It's chicken.
It's a chicken. Trust me, it's on a.
Because I don't love beef. I rarely get beef unless I know I'm getting a really good filet mignon that I can cut with it like it's butter. And if I can't, I'm upset. So I get chicken a lot. Their chicken was there right up there with Tippins.
I can't. I'm upset.
Delicious.
I have to say though, we did the firework package for the Brown Derby. But you can order off the menu. You can order anything you want. It's not like it's a price fixed, right?
Right.
But the reason why we did the package was so we didn't have to get to Fantasmic an hour before,
right?
And sit on a bench.
I know.
So do the wave with everyone.
Yeah. So to pay the extra, I think it comes out to when we added up, it was like an extra $25-$50 or something like that. It's well worth that extra money to do the package. No, total.
So after the bill of the food, it was only $25-$50 just to get that little in.
When you do the package, I think it was like $25-$50 or whatever, and it was somewhere in that neighborhood.
Right.
The total bill, I don't remember exactly what it was. It was $200 plus, but it was worth it because we were able to continue our day at Hollywood Studios because our dinner was at 5:10. Our dinner was at I have my spreadsheet right here. 4:50. 4:50. This is our spreadsheet when we go to Disney.
Imagine anyone can.
We do. So 4:50 we had dinner. If you don't do a spreadsheet, you're like.
Are you really going to Disney?
Listen, yes. I thought that David was type A with plans until I met Scott, and then I was like,
"Oh, wait! No, wait! Time out!
Hold on.
This is Colleen.
Oh, and you're both like this. You're both like this.
I make the plans. She makes the spreadsheet.
Okay. And then you run, and then you do the running. That's okay though. Yeah. You get your money for it, and that's important.
450 was our dinner reservation. We ate, and then we were hammering stuff until like 10 minutes to 8. And we just walk up, give them our tickets, walk in, and you walk right in and you sit down, and there's plenty of seats available for the firework package. So I recommend that highly.
Yeah,
the accountant does a spreadsheet as well.
David would tell me like what the Feldmars were doing, and he's like, we're like, all right, we're done, or we're going to dinner and then we're finished, or maybe we'll go back later. And David was like, Scott's still going. He's been going since rope drop. Scott's still going. I'm like, oh my god.
We did 34,000 steps pretty much every single day.
You are a savage.
Yeah.
And the kids.
Very good.
That's all right. That's all right. You did it good. You did good. I'm proud of you, Scott.
All right, now St. Angel's. St. Angel's is very, very good. But you got to order. You got to order some good. You got to order.
Yeah, you're terrible.
It was so gross.
We ate there, but it was years ago. Years ago.
I know. So is it better, Aaron? Have you eaten there in a long
I have never eaten there, but
San Angel Inn,
terrible things.
yeah.
So
I mean, you can't even see your food. It's so dark.
I've heard it's gotten better.
Worse that it's.
That's why it's good. You can't see your food.
You can't see it. No, I heard it's gotten better. And John said it's gotten better. When we were there with Panda, we were talking about it. So he said it got better. But...
Well, they're also saying that Tony's is better. So we'll see about that.
Tony's has a revamped menu, yeah.
We're doing the ribeye. We're doing the ribeye like fajitas.
Right.
Mackenzie loves the fish tacos. And I like that's pretty much all we get.
I like fish tacos, but I don't know about from that San Angel's Inn.
It's Disney. It's Disney. It's all good food.
It's called food poisoning. No. Hey, David.
Hey,
David.
Kim.
Before we go, because we're over time, can we really quickly show the Contempo Cafe's pictures? Because, ladies and gentlemen, listen to
Trilobites.
I love that. That's my favorite. But wait, you guys, I'm not kidding you. The best breakfast ever for the money is Contempo Cafe. Look to the right. That's your bounty platter. That's $12. You get potato barrels. You get a waffle. You get delicious fluffy eggs. And you get bacon and sausage for $12. It's so good. Our son ate it every morning. And sometimes I did
every morning.
Because then you're good for the whole day. And then to the left of that is this like egg and ham sandwich on brioche bread. The bread was huge, that sandwich. Like, Scott, I'm not joking. Half of that sandwich was gigantic. Huge. And the potato barrels. And then look down to the left. That's a cookie. How cute is the 5-leg goat cookie?
It is cute.
And it was yummy, the cookie. It was like a lemon butter cookie. And then to the right is the Dole Whip
cupcake, which I didn't share with anybody and is outstanding. If you like Dole Whip, it literally is like eating a Dole Whip.
But
it was
that good breakfast there.
It was
really
delicious.
Good.
That breakfast that you just showed.
Yeah.
So when we moved over to Animal Kingdom, on that Friday from Saratoga Springs, we went to the quick serve restaurant there. Hey, Colton.
Colton, come here a minute.
It was I forgot the name of the place in Animal Kingdom in the quick serve. Mara, yeah.
The Mara.
Same breakfast, freshly made.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it was $12. It was $12 and change.
The Mara's got good food too. When we ate there, when we stayed there years ago for July 4th.
Animal Kingdom quick service is delicious. It's a
and you can get zebra domes with every meal, so that's a plus. But you know what? The food over at Contempo Cafe is actually really good. And you know, if you want to do Chef Mickey's and not pay the price, you just sit close to the wall and look over at the characters with the other people. Real quick too.
Really quickly.
Oh God, I just said really quickly.
I know.
Before you say something,
put your head in, Colton.
Cole, we got to see you, bud. Hello.
I just want to say to everybody out there, I have to shout out my son, Colton. We just got his report card and he just went back to public school. And this kiddo right here, not only transitioned to a new school, but just made the honor roll with straight A's. So
awesome job.
I am really proud of you.
Great job.
You're proud of yourself.
Colton's the best.
And I'm just so proud of you.
Yeah.
Say
all the things for
fireworks from Aaron.
Oh, Aaron gave you fireworks.
Yes.
Thumbs up. I'm not technically challenged, so I don't know how to do that stuff.
Only Aaron does.
Random,
Magic Aaron.
Random hand signs.
I gotta ask. I gotta ask Aaron a question because he works there.
Please don't.
Since we're talking about food, what's the best place that the cast members like to go to?
I don't know. I've eaten a lot of places on property. We don't have very good food backstage. It's pretty equal at all four parks. But like, I'm not a big food person, and I've told them this when we were together, but I rather just go drink everywhere and just drink in general. Yeah. So I will have dinners places, and I like to try new stuff, especially when I'm with friends. But not by myself, I'm not usually going to eat anywhere. But I think if I can give a quick answer, my favorite places to eat are at DAC or Epcot with like sit-down restaurants.
Right.
Hands down. I've had stuff at MK and Studios, but I mean, it can equally be comparable, and like
it's just okay.
Too, yeah,
right. I don't like any restaurants at Magic Kingdom.
No.
I've done Be Our Guest, lunch, and Crystal Palace breakfast, which I feel like breakfast is everywhere. It's the same thing.
Right. So, yeah, you're gonna get the same stuff.
Yeah, Mickey waffles, sausage, biscuits, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like the dinners, I think my best are at DAC. And
yeah, between Tiffin's and Yak and Yeti, like that's really all you need.
Wait, what's DAC? What's that?
Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Oh, you call it that?
That's what Disney calls it. Is DAC.
That's what they.
That's what the cast members.
Oh, look! I didn't know that. I would have had no idea. What? Yeah, we don't call it DAC. We just call it AK.
We need to have it. We need to have an acronym show then next week.
We do. We can.
You're just missing the D. If you call it AK, you're just missing the D.
Right.
DAC.
So you guys like the food best at Animal Kingdom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do too. I hands down. Hands down.
Like, I love Tusker House and then now Tiffin's being with y'all.
Right. So Thule Canteen, and then they've got that little place there where you get the night blossoms from, but they have the Pongo.
My favorite snack of all time. Show it really quick before we go. Come on.
Buffalo chicken chips.
Oh my God,
they're really good, by the way.
Listen to me. You gotta get some buffalo chicken chips at Trilobites in Dino Land. They are so good. They are
the beef bowl in Pandora. Pandora, that beef bowl with the sauce and the noodles, that's really good too.
That's good.
Yeah, for lunch.
Okay.
Yeah,
like a quick one.
I could tell you that we went over to Docking Bay 7 because Calder was hungry real quick. And I just ordered a side of these fried yuca strips. And they were really good. Like, really good. I got a beer.
I like it.
And yeah, this was really good. So if you want something that's not like a lot of food, just looking for something quick, that was good.
No yawning.
No yawning, Kim.
I'm tired all of a sudden. I got tired. Past my bedtime, it's school night for me, guys. It's a school night.
All right. Well, listen. Yeah, we'll have to continue because there's so many different places to eat and so many things to do. But this has been a ton of fun, and I want to thank everybody again, as we do every week, for tuning in, for joining us all over social media, for being a part of the group and the show. Please, again, real quick, check out our friends over at dmagicworld.com, happylimo.com, and vacationgrocerydeliveryflorida.com. We have a cute little outro for you, which I have to find and play. But with that, I bid everyone a great Wednesday night and a good rest of your week.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, guys.
You got it.
Bye, friends.
Thank you, Scott. Don't go anywhere.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.